I'm here. Oh my gosh. I did say I was gonna stream today yesterday, but it's already past yesterday. It's already past today, so it's actually tomorrow. Stop. Stop. Nope. Stop. Put it. That just harasses this mic. Anyway. I don't know what it is about this song, but it really helps me lock in. Doc, buddy, come on, get down. You got one more time before I kick you out. Like, he didn't even jump to my desk, he just teleported. I'm so tired, but I can't go to sleep. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, the most annoying thing about cats is how entitled they are. Like that's the main thing. They're very prideful creatures. It's very easy for them to get an attitude. But I just don't like how they act like they own the entire world. I might just keep this one song on repeat. There's 3 other songs in this that I have in this playlist. Something about Balatro. I've played it. It's alright. No offense to Balatro, it's alright. But this song, the only song that exists in that game. Mother of God. I'm trying to get something set up on my laptop. Probably seen my life update video on YouTube about 2 months ago. Said a whole bunch of stuff happened about classes, etc., etc. The biggest hiccup for classes this semester was just that I was so focused on getting everything situated that I didn't register for classes as early as I wanted to. And so by the time I did start getting classes, my options were very limited. And so one of the requirements was to get a high enough level class. And so for both of them, I chose to get 3D classes. 3D. 3D animation, 3D modeling, 3D VFX. It is not my specialty, and it is showing. I think I'm right. You guys can see that well. Let me see. I think that's fine. I'll figure it out. The goal of this assignment is to create your own custom clock simulation to create a believable. Yeah. Ah. Insert simulation to give to a given animation. Minimum 3 seconds of play blasted video is required. Renders are welcome. Okay, so he's expecting a play blast, but if you render it, that's fine too. Simulate your clock, assemble objects. What? Oh, so he wants us to make a second scene? Yeah, just make a second scene. Basically, he wants us to do that little TikTok. The TikTok trend where people would drop a cloth on like a 3D character. That's character, that's this thing right here. Can you guys see my mouse? No, you cannot. You can see my mouse on the second screen, but not the first one. It's crazy. Screen look building. Yeah. I'm losing my mind. He wanted us to use and of all the professors, especially like art related professors I've had, he's definitely been the most advocate when it comes to like AI and stuff. Obviously not to use it, just copy and paste whatever the AI gives you. But he's been definitely like saying like, guys, this is literally the future, protect your jobs. And so I'm looking at these tutorials and my immediate reaction was to just pick this one because it has the highest views. But I remember him talking in class about how he wanted us to use AI and ask specific questions on how we might think to solve the problem so we can get varying results instead of just looking something up on YouTube and we all have similar results because we just picked on the select the first video. Very ironic, that guy. I have AI or ChatGPT on Firefox. This on my favorite monitor. I don't know what's gonna pop up. I really don't F with Firefox. For some ungodly reason, I remember I was just browsing. I was looking something up on Google actually, and then it just had my address there. Like, what are you doing with my address? And then showing it so publicly. I'm really glad I wasn't like streaming for any reason, but that really that really killed the whole mood that day. I remember every single time it asked me like, hey, you want us to remember your address for easier access? Like, no. No, I do not. ChatGPT has like a limit how many things you can ask it per day. And if ChatGPT stops working, or I guess when it stops working, we use DeepSeek. That's basically been my process. Because DeepSeek doesn't have, well, if you guys know what DeepSeek is, DeepSeek doesn't have a limit. It's just that because a lot of people use it, the server gets busy. So it can't answer everything all the time. Whereas ChatGPT is guaranteed to work, it's just, you know, you only have so many uses. I'm eating some Lunchables, that's why I'm kind of just chilling. We have one more. How would I go about animating block physics on a pre-existing 3D model with set animations? The name spells pre-existing? Never existing, I. Fox is usually on 90 for me. Not the word for basic. How does my what? How do I go about animating cloth physics on a pre-existing 3D model with animations? Animating cloth physics on a seems like I can do it step by step. For the character animation, ensure the character's animation is baked, set as keyframes. I'm pretty sure. Gosh darn it, how do I open the just so much? The most annoying thing in anything as an artist or whatever is learning new software. Because it's always, darn, what are all the shortcuts? Where do I go to find these things? And it's just something as basic as like trying to look for an inspector. Where is the inspector? Why is it gone? I didn't take it off. And I'm mostly recording and streaming just so I can have something to show my professor. What the heck? I didn't even do anything. Is it Windows workspaces? Gosh darn it. Making it. Oh, those are different views. I'm tripping. Yeah, the outliner. Why were you gone? What the same thing happened in Game Maker. And like, is it my computer? There's a button. Yeah, I'm struggling. I didn't even do anything yet. I mean, I guess I could just have it out. Yeah, sure. This is my life now. This is where we live. Anyway, your name is Paul, because that's what you look like. So this thing already has a set animation. Where is it though? There's so many things. And this is another thing where, because I'm not a 3D animator or whatever, I don't really know the conventions, like naming conventions. I guess this is pretty standard. Guys, what? Like subsequent. I guess I don't really need to know. Look at all that stuff. The gooey face cam, whatever. But this thing already has pre-existing animations. My job, I'm pretty sure this doesn't go against TOS. Hopefully. But my job is to just activate his clothes. This thing. My job is to activate that, give it physics, cloth physics to be specific. And this is something neat that he was talking about in class. Is the music too loud? Actually focus on Maya for a second. But yeah, something neat that he was talking about in class was how, so everyone knows that T-posing is really important, but something that I learned last semester, working with this professor actually, where my team, full of actual people who know how to do 3D, they got into, or we had to like animate some characters, and one of them got into whatchamacallit, a rigging suit, an animator suit, whatever. And something that my professor pointed out is like, hey, you have to start your animation with a T-pose. And I was just wondering, like, I'm wondering why you got to do that. And me, I'm the type of person, if a professional tells me what I got to do, I'll just do it. I don't need to know why. I just know I got to do it. But I was curious. And it's like, because this character is T-posing, he already fits his clothes. And it's more than just like being able to model the character, because I'm pretty sure it's easy to model and do all that stuff, etc. from T-posing. But it gives a basis for the clothes, and then once I activate this, it'll just stick to him. And it won't just stand there. So it's also for that too. More than just modeling, it helps with animation. And that's also why, if you look at the bottom left, the very bottom left, the frame starts at, I'll just move this so you can see. Yeah, the very bottom left, the frame starts at -100 and not 0, or I guess 1. Because the idea is that he goes from T-posing to his natural walking animation. That way, in this program or any other program that wants you to set something up before the animation starts, you can do that and then it saves. Because Maya, I guess the best way I could explain it is just a simulation. It's actually a weird way to say it, but it's a simulation and you tell it to simulate in specific ways. And then you go to the play blast or you render things. You render that simulation to be used for something else. A game engine. My professor particularly works in movies and stuff like that. Movies? Yeah, typically movies, VFX, visual type things, not necessarily video games. But yeah, as an example, video games and movies and stuff like that. And this is why I don't get anything done. Anyway. Set cloth object, cape, skirt, scarf, whatever, go to FX tab. So we're in animation. If I go to FX, seriously, how do I move this? Okay, what? It was just I swear it just. Okay, so it is switching musics or songs. That's fine. FX tab. In cloth, create in cloth. I'm guessing I have to have the actual cloth selected. Oh, I do. That's crazy. This is the cloth. These are the pants, but this is the cloth. Oh, oof. There we go. In cloth. Create in cloth. Okay. What else, king or queen? Cloth mesh is now in cloth object, meaning it will react dynamically. But like, what is that it? And then like that little blue line, that's basically it recreating a simulation. Because if I just played it, okay, it's falling. But it's gonna stop when I get right here because it didn't finish simulating what it would have done. So that's what that red bar is. I don't know what the blue bar is. Whatever. You gotta pause it. Go back to -100. Cloth mesh is minimal. Okay, set up collision objects. Oh, collision object. Select the character body or parts that will interact with the cloth. Okay, so where's the... Gonna just touch his head? Max skin. Okay, so that's how he... Gosh darn it. Max skin. Let me see how this is all set up for a second. So what are these? Body parts? I guess this is all for rigging, or specifically animations. That's my guess. Yeah, I don't know. That's my guess though. And then this, oh wait. These are the main things. The pants, right slipper, left slipper, the shirt, and I guess there's a way to... Oh, Control H. Yeah, I want to hide the pants. Just so I'm making sure that that's actually all of them. Yes, okay. Okay, you can have them back. It's weird, it's Control H to hide it, but Shift H to show it. Great passive collider. Okay, sure. Let me see that. So that's strange. So what's weird now is that... Oh, okay. I mean, I say okay. I don't know how to fix it, but I think I figured out why. But I was gonna say it's weird that the cloth doesn't activate until frame 0. And I remember that this problem actually happened in class too. I just figured what my professor did to fix it. My professor does not record their record their classes. He is a menace to society. I feel like half my problems this semester would just go away if he recorded his classes. I'm gonna get done by 6, or at least get off by 6. I'll try to be diligent. Groups body. We're still in Travis call. Yep, did that. Let me finish out these steps that ChatGPT is telling me. Let me finish out these steps that ChatGPT is telling me. And then I'll troubleshoot with it. To be like, hey, how do I make the clock activate in frame -100? Select cloth. Select cloth and open attribute editor. What is the attribute editor? Is that a window? Okay. Oh, it's this. I'm tripping. Editor in block. In block. Yeah, okay. There's a difference. Had to learn that the hard way. There's a difference. Modify key parameters based on the material type. Bin resistance. Okay. Collisions. I think I was talking about. Oh, cool. Any of these. Collision properties, texture. No, I think I'll need that. Dynamic properties. Strength resistance. I think this will force drag, temporal drag, or tangential. Tangential. Trend. Something.
Tangential.
Tangential, that's such a weird word. Tangential drag, damn. I think this is necessary. No, just force field, I don't think so. When distance. Air push distance, air velocity. I mean, if he had a cape, sure. This is my life. I'll probably switch to Lofi after this playlist is finished. Or after Bellagio plays again. Ashram? Okay. Crashing is basically, not too long ago I was talking about how that little red bar at the very bottom is the software creating simulations for whatever you asked it to do, and caching is basically the seed of that. Like, if you play a lot of video games and there's a bunch of randomly generated stuff, typically you can have a seed to, you know, play that exact same scenario out everywhere else or whenever you want to. It's basically that. Like, it creates a preset calculation of that particular simulation, and like if you cache it, you can save that simulation for later. Basically. What was I doing? Object display. That's everything though. I keep some material type. Bin resistance, stretch resistance, friction, and damping. Okay, we already have this saved. What's next? Use constraints for attachment. If the cloth is partially attached to cape or shoulder, scarf around the neck, select the cloth's vertices where it should be attached. End constraint, point to surface, and or transformed constraint. So the shirt's already selected, so end constraint, point to surface. Oh my gosh, no, it's switch menus. Point to surface, slide on surface, that's interesting. But like, I don't want to use it, because I don't know, well, whatever. Um, increment and save. And something in Maya. So everyone knows save whatever, control S. But then Maya has increment and save, which basically means you create a new save by incrementing the save file name. That way, if something bad happens, you can just go to a prior save, which is really crazy that they made that a default thing, like a command, a shortcut, because of how they knew people would just be messing up. This program is crazy. At least I feel that way. So, point surface, what do you do? Requires in-claw, particle, or hair vertices. The target surface must be selected. Okay. So nothing. Constraint surface. Or transform constraint. Okay. Transform constraint? But like, what did that do though? Oh my god. I wonder how many times Maya's gonna crash on me. It doesn't even do anything. Okay. Control Z. Control Z. Now it has to redo the simulation. Lean and bake the cloth animation. Run the simulation by pressing play. Okay. The cloth moves correctly. In cache. Create new cache. Yeah. What if it don't though? Fine-tune and troubleshooting at the clock. Click to the body. Increase steps in the insolver settings. If it jumps too much, increase damping or tweak friction values. Adjust too much waste resistance. Okay. Running the final animation, ensure the animation is cached to avoid inspector recalculations. Apply a shader to the cloth for a realistic look. And it's really crazy that unexpected recalculations. It's really crazy that if you have something set in a specific way, that the same calculations will happen every single time. So what do you mean unexpected recalculations? If it calculated once the first time, does it calculate the same time the second time? Why does it do it a different time every time? Well, I guess if you have like random stuff, but still. I remember I was making a tornado, my first assignment, and I'm making a tornado. I'm like, okay, I gotta get the little spinner, the vortex, and it's vortex and it's spinning, and then it just blows up. How did this happen? I asked myself at 3 a.m. in the morning. I wasn't recording at that time. But anyway, this is very tame though. It's just animations. Nothing crazy is gonna happen here. No VFX to look at. It's just some old guy in a shirt and pants. Or pant, excuse me. And simulation is cached or what inspected. That helps in no, shut up, no. The clock doesn't activate until how can I change that to a negative frame? Oh. Okay, whatever. Let's just still get that. If you need your platform to start before frame 1, follow these steps. Select in cloth object. Alright, sick. Control A for attribute. Ooh. Oh, we're already there. In cloth shape tab, yep. Dynamic properties. Oh, sick, we're already there. Look at us being proactive. Locate start frame. That's here? I'm leaning forward. I can see it. Locate start frame. Is it not? Did it change the doohickey? Does Control F work? It genuinely doesn't exist. That's actually crazy. It's not someone else. Okay, some time attributes. Okay. So how old is what Maya? Are you referring to? (2018) looks like 2018, but it looks like they're pulling information saying that it's basically the same thing. Or at least that's what I'm assuming, guessing, whatever. Can't change it. The start frame attribute. But I can't change it. Oops. When I choose to unlock attribute available, it's grayed out. Check the next steps. Modifier to solver. Effects menu. I'm in effects. FX menu in solver attributes. Slug. I've never actually opened that before. Solver attributes? What? I feel like this is a lot more complicated than it needs to be. Dang, maybe I will watch that YouTube video. The caps? week 5. None in here. No, it's not cached. I don't think it counts as a particle. It's cloth. No, it's not cached. It's a liquid protection. It does not. The color is kinda beige. Alright, my last question. Not orange or red, anything like that. Oh. What's it? I am in the FX menu. That menu says FX. Maybe it's down here. That's fields and solvers. And solver attributes. Where is this thing? Is it in Windows? Can I go there instead? Everybody solver attributes. Is this it? Gosh darn it. Let's move somewhere else. It's not in caches, definitely not. Wonderful. This coffee is not helping. Actually, it helps a little bit. The past year, I've been so used to Brainstorm energy drinks. I think that's the only energy drink that like actually, you know, activates my brain. Because it is so hard to focus without energy drinks. Like, I'm able to do something every once in a while. You know, my ADHD procrastination lock in at the last minute still activates when I need it to. But it's nice being proactive. So I've been really relying on energy drinks lately. But like, I can't because money and health and teeth. So I'm trying to level down to coffee, and like, it doesn't give me the same boost, but I do feel more awake than if I hadn't drunk it. But at the same time, I just started getting espresso coffee grounds. I think that helps, because otherwise coffee would just put me to sleep. I'm still looking for this darn solver. I wonder if there's a Maya aficionado lurking in chat who could save my day right now, or I guess save my night right now. It doesn't matter how you present that information. You go like, Ryan, you idiot. It's right there. Look. Just check the XY coordinates of your monitor. Calculates the XY coordinates of your monitor, or my monitor. Sends it in chat like, oh my gosh, bro. You're so nice. You're so cool. Let me just go to Maya's website. Maya InSolver 2025. Maya, what are you? It's 2024. Fields and InSolvers menu. So. It's the nucleus? No? Not a nucleus. It is. But why? But then why? But then why? But then why? But then why? That's aggravating. The pen save. Thank you, disturbing the peace. It's been 46 minutes. And this is how far I've gotten on my homework. This is crazy. This class is kicking my rump. I don't like it here. Wait, let me show you guys something. Hold on. Let me go over here. I remember when I was let me pause this for just a second. I think it's this one. I remember I was in that class, I think week 3. I'm trying to do the second assignment. Moby Dick. The whale, not whatever you guys were thinking. And best viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space. Nah. But thank you for dropping in, Kaborin. That's crazy. What was I saying? I remember I was making a simulation for Moby Dick. Everyone else, they had to like make it jump, add particle effects, make it look cool, etc., etc. And the entire time, I'm just in Maya, trying to do basic things, or at least what I convey in my head to be basic things. It's just not working out. I'm like, darn, if this was literally a game engine, this would have been so easy. Because, like, look at this animation. I mean, to be frank, this is hand animated. Every single frame is intentionally made, hand animated, and stuff like that. But at the same time, I did it myself. But at the same time, if I wanted to, I can create a function. I can code something to put those pixels, make those pixels like activate at specific times and do everything. Like, what I'm saying is the disparity is so crazy. It is so aggravating because in my head, I know how I would do it in like something else that I'm used to, but not knowing Maya, it is just so, it is everything terrible. Anyway. About an hour. Then I'm like, give it to myself. So now we go back to in shape. What's the nucleus anyway? Gravity, wind, ground. Stuff I don't think that really matters. But now we go to the in shape. This is when we start messing with the properties to do stuff. Collision strength. It's already 100 or Aubrey 1. What if I put it on 2? Oh, this actually hit my CPU really hard. I was thinking about upgrading, but I have a Ryzen 7. I don't need to upgrade. It's a pretty good CPU. It's a little outdated, but it's still pretty good, as far as I know. Even if I had a Ryzen 5, I think I'd still be content. But I was thinking about getting a Ryzen 9. It does make it take a little bit longer for it to fall. What if I was cheeky though? Like, what's the limit? What's the human limit? What if I believed in myself anime style? Man, this is taking a while. At least move this back here though. It's really funny because when people who don't do coding or programming, whenever they think about coders and programmers, or I guess hackers, they think it's such an active activity, an active hobby, or whatever pastime. And all it really is just putting in a line of code, it not working, going to Google and going like, why does my code not work? And I think it's funny because you see all these explosions in video games, this beautiful visual effects in movies and stuff like that, and you're thinking that, dang, maybe 3D modelers, like their job must be really tough. And it's just, nope. Nope. Okay. I think 2 is fine for the time being. Collision layer, what does that do? I gotta increment and save because this thing can crash at any moment. It's Maya. But how far? What is that doing? I should go back to ChatGPT because it actually did tell me what they do. Resistance, stretch resistance, friction, and damping. Bend resistance, how stiff the cloth is, higher for leather, lower for silk. Okay, so I gotta put that lower. Stretch resistance prevents the cloth from stretching unnaturally, but then why don't you just... Well, I guess if people are making cartoons. Friction, how much the cloth sticks to the character when in contact. Reduces extreme movement. I think the extreme movement has to be... Let me see this. Collision layer. Doesn't look like that actually did anything. So I'll put it back to 0. Thickness. That's how it was. Collide self with scale. Is that a pun? Self collide with scale. Okay. Like what happened to self collide? Length scale. Oh, that was a terrible joke. Already display, what is that? Collision thickness. Just click or whatever. Balance friction. These. Oh, these are collisions. It's not even. Like, which direction is that though? The chords in this song is so beautiful. Get ready. Yeah, the playlist I have for this song, it's just 3, but the playlist I have for this song are songs that it is very easy to focus. Or something that activates my brain in some way. Because before I added the Balatros theme, or before I made that playlist actually, because of Balatro, what I've been doing, if I'm just trying to lock in, I would just listen to Aria of the Soul from either Persona 3 or Persona 5. I guess Persona 4 too, but whatever. But like... I should lower that. Like, it's really crazy how music can do that. Like, I know a lot of people use music for, you know, working out, jogging, and stuff like that. But, you know, it can also help you focus and do brain activities too. Very interesting. And I feel like this song in particular, it can be used for stuff like this or working out. So it's very versatile. Balatra though, no. I don't think I can work out to Balatro. It makes me feel like an anime villain or an anime protagonist. Like one of them. Not Dragon Ball Z anime protagonist. Death Note anime protagonist. Gear prescriptions like this. Let me do some extremes. Put that at 195. And then we'll see what it's like at 0. I don't have to have it at 300, do I? I don't want to change it either, because then I'm going to forget to change it back. Now I think about it, my professor did presets. I think that's what it was. Instead of doing all this crazy stuff, go to presets, and then there's actually something you can just choose. Silk, replace. Yeah, just go to silk and replace, or t-shirt. T-shirt. I think that's it. I think we win. I think we won Maya. Now we're doing the work just to realize I didn't have to do all the work that I just did. That's so crazy. Can they bring the... What is a backbeat? Lotus juice. Isn't lotus juice just tea? What does this look like now? Because I know I have to give it constraints and stuff. What's strange is that it's not falling. Yeah, what's strange is that it isn't falling, but it's not staying in place either. What did it do? I guess I could change this back to 1. I don't think I changed this at all. Yeah, collide strength, the only thing I changed. I changed collision layer, but then I changed it back to 0. What did it change? Stretch resistance at 35, so it lowered this. Compression resistance, I think that's the same. Bend resistance. The burn resistance, how stiff the clothes is, higher for leather, lower for silk. So that actually, we could actually lower this if it stays a problem, or if it is a problem. It's about the same. Loss vertices which you attach. Go to unconstrained point to surface, electrical constraint. I think I'll do that next. Because right now I just want to make sure the actual physics is okay. think what I would do, I'll go to vertices and literally just pick everything on the collar. The shoulder. I don't think I'm allowed to. I don't think I'm allowed to mess with the actual. Let's see. So increment and save. Do I win? Constraint. Point to surface. We did it. But like... I don't think it showed me everything that I needed to, ChatGPT. I think I have to... select the skin first and then select the shirt. Let me... just to see it, let me go to ink constraints and point to surface. Did you crash? Do you do anything? You don't. That is crazy.
Hello, madame.
You can't text that.
Kiki Palmer.
You know it's your girl.
I love that one so much.
Press W and then press Shift D as in Delta to move this plane up. This is going to be the fabric we'll create.
This is
and
like
drop
the
and
actual
drape
crap.
over.
I was hoping for
With
clothes.
this top plane selected, in my modeling toolkit, I'm going to press Add Divisions. Let's change this value to 3. Your computer may or may not be able to handle this. More divisions means more resolution, so the fabric looks better.
3.
Selected. In my modeling toolkit, I'm going to press Add Divisions. Let's change this value to 3. Your computer may or
made every block 3 by 3.
over. With this top plane selected, in my modeling toolkit, I'm going to press Add Divisions. Let's change this value to 3. Your computer may or may not be able to handle this. More divisions means...
You basically created 9 more
so
blocks in every block or every section.
More calculations, more lag, things like that. I'm going to clear my history with Alt-Shift-D as in Delta. Next up, top left corner, change this from modeling to effects. I am going to go to InCloth and
I can always do this part of the assignment first.
Attribute editor, I'm under InCloth Shape 1, so if you have deselected, we can select the plane and also get there. We're going to go to presets and pick silk and replace. This is going to change the mass, all the stretchiness, all that wonderful stuff for our fabric. Next up, we are going to left click and drag to grab both of these.
I think what we're going to do tomorrow is look up how to do ink constraints.
This red bar is calculating the simulation. So after you wait for that to load, we can scrub through our timeline and then see the results. Pretty cool. It's conforming to the cube, and then I can just scrub through my timeline and see which frame that I like. I like that one right there. So I will select the plane, press Shift D. Let's go ahead and just scooch that over. This one does not have a simulation tied to it. And what that means is I can delete this one. I can delete these rigids, the nucleus, all that fun stuff. With this one selected, I am going to, under Translate Z, set this to 0 to put it back into position and select my fabric. Press 3. Look at those wonderful details. That is pretty great.
Oh,
The
okay, I
last
get
step
it.
would be select the plane, go to face mode, double click. Let's head over to modeling toolkit again, press extrude.
I was
change
wondering
the
why he
thickness to
copied and pasted it and
0.01.
not just used the first one. It's like, oh, in this specific video, he wanted to make the fabric look a certain way, which is obvious, but it's one of those things like you don't think about it until you think about it. Me, save it here. This is giving me a headache. So, at least this stuff I can understand. Basic modeling. Oh my goodness. Modeling is where I live. Or it's where I have my summer home at when it comes to 3D. And I'm actually more used to Blender. Am I more used to Blender? I think I've had enough classes in Maya to say I'm more used to Maya, but I do like Blender a bit more. I don't feel like Blender is as bougie. I feel like Maya is like a cat. Maya's like a cat. Look, the stream came full circle. It feels it's very opinionated. It's very entitled, expecting you to look at all this mumbo jumbo of a UI, of a graphical user interface, and just tells you to get it. And then it's like it has a whole bunch of stuff that is all like, hold on, where is it? Let me see. I know if it. Let me go back to FX. Anyway, it has a whole bunch of stuff that's just like legacy. Legacy meaning like it's the old way that Maya used to do it, which is really crazy that it has that for people who've been, I guess, been using Maya for a very long time. But all it does is just make it more cluttered. Like, and every single person that uses Maya tells me you're literally not going to use 90% of everything Maya has to offer. And like that's a flex, don't get me wrong, Autodesk. But still, what's the point then? You tell me, because I don't know. There is no point. Oh. Wait a second. Subdivisions. Where is it exactly? Here we go. Computer, let's see what you can do. 3. You made it seem a lot scary. Yeah, my computer got it. All right. And then what else did he do? Oh, I did that thing. I did that thing again. I think all he did is just go to like Encloth or something. Go back to FX. Encloth. Did he just create an Encloth? Is that all he did? Go to Encloth. Oh yeah, Maya's calculating all those planes. 6 divided divided by 6 divisions. Still can't turn it yet. Yeah, no, it's figuring it out. It's definitely trying. It's making an attempt. And then attribute editor, and I can go to incloth. Go to presets, and then I can just pick silk. Silk is a smooth, lightweight, whatever. Why is it 2 times? I should put this on 240, because if it's 24 frames per second, then it's 10 seconds in total. Let's get started. Is the gravity set? Where that is? Oh, isn't warning cast playback memory for casting and running slow. See, okay, let me go ahead and subdivision. What's adding subdivisions? Didn't mean to do all that. Hold on. I'm gonna have to oh, yeah. Looks like it's like more subdivisions on top of the subdivisions. Come on, Maya. It's not that big of a deal. You got this. Just believe in yourself. Need you to clock out for me. Did you stop? Get out of here. I really want to do music streams, but I actually can't. Well, I gotta ask, but I'm making music for, or at least I have to make the trailer theme for a game, and I really want that to be something I can stream, just because it's efficient. Because the way I make music, it's very sporadic. Or I start like if I'm thinking of a tune, I start for 1 second, I make that tune, then I'm off, and I don't know when exactly I'll get back onto it. But if I strained it, then I would definitely feel obligated to work on it longer, or at least longer work sessions. I definitely should ask. But I don't think the person would want me to do that, because I think they want everything to be unique to seeing it for the first time, or at least that's my guess. Good effects. Error syntax. We just started.
In my modeling toolkit, I'm going to press add divisions. Let's change this value to 3. Your computer may or may not be able to handle this. More division is in Delta. Go to incloth and create incloth. Now in my attribute editor, I'm under incloth shape 1. So if you have deselected, we can select the plane and also get there. We're going to go to presets and pick silk and replace. Change this from modeling to effects. I am going to go to InCloth and create InCloth. Now in my attribute editor, I'm under InCloth Shape 1. So if you have deselected, we can select the plane and also get there. We're going to go to presets and pick silk and replace. This is going to change the mass, all the stretchiness, all that wonderful stuff for our fabric. Next up, we are going to left click and drag to grab both of these. Go to InCloth, create passive collider. This red bar is calculating the simulation.
Oh, right.
So after you wait for that to
it still didn't like drop or anything.
we are going to left click and drag to grab both of these. Go to InCloth, create passive collider. This red bar
Passive collider.
is calculating the simulation. So after you wait for that to load, we can scrub.
Did you do it? No, I didn't do it. That's, I don't know. I feel like this is the one thing that I felt like there's the one thing I'm confident about that I feel like should have just worked. I'm actually very surprised about this one. Why it's not just, working. Windows. We just talked about it. I don't know why it left either. But like seriously, it just doesn't work. The outliner, it's right here. This thing it's InCloth. And these are passive colliders though. And one thing that's really irritates me is like, where is it? Where is it? I know in my head that these two share the same passive collider, but where do I see it in the outliner? And I know in my head that this thing has InCloth activated, but where is it in the outliner? And I know it's one of these, but I'm saying, why isn't it connected? Why aren't they parented or anything? And I guess it's better for the software if it displays it like that, but still. Good amount. I doubt that's it. Actually, would have been really upset if that was it. Maybe it's in nucleus somewhere. Gravity's working. I'm pretty sure there's only one nucleus too. Yeah. This is aggravating. Oh, now it's falling? What? What? Okay. Let me increment save. But I think it's F, the key that I'm looking for. Let's focus. Reacts ChatGPT. Subdivisions of a plane. How do I change that setting without adding more? Gosh darn it. I don't feel like this helps. Could just make a second plane. And why does it start earlier in this one? I freaking hate Maya, I really do. Because like before, it didn't start until like 200. So that's why I was thinking that it just wasn't working. Why I was so confused. Now it's starting as early as 3. Oh, that actually looks really cute. And I forget which one takes off the vertices. Definitely don't use this software at all. I don't like it, if I'm being honest. Really don't like it, if I'm being honest. And I feel like it should be simpler than this. Like I understand that half of this is because of my ignorance, but still, I feel like it should be a lot simpler than this. I want to turn off the highlight, and then it's just boom, it's that simple. But no, I gotta go through all of these to figure out which one it is. But now I think about it, I think it's like a combination thing, to where because I have something else activated, it doesn't actually show what I want, despite it being the option that I need for it to show what I want. I'm so upset. I hate Maya. I hate Maya so much. Just like not selected. I think it's kind of cool how it melts to the floor, but that's not great. I need to give it a different color. Which is where? No, I need to add material. I remember that at least. Give you a blend. Ah, yeah. That's nice. That's alright. Yeah, sure. Why did it change the block? Oh no, it didn't. Okay. Maybe if I add another subdivision. Yeah. That'll show the system. And I know that guy added a bevel, which might actually help. Oof. That's fine. These segments. 2 is fine. Death. Noni Surone. One's fine. I'm not gonna mess with these. Okay. Increment and save. I am so bored. This is how you make VFX. You know VFX? I'll show you VFX. I don't know why, but that was so satisfying. That was so satisfying to look at. It could be fixed a little, but that was so. Hold on. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. That's nice. These are nice things. No, I definitely wasn't as. Is it because that guy animated it? No. What did he do? You gotta look at that while I watch this video again.
So I will select plane, Shift D, and scooch that over. This one does not have simulation tied to it, and what that means is I can delete this one, you know, I can delete the nucleus, all that fun stuff. With this one selected, I am going to, under Translate Z, set this to 0, put it back into position, and select my fabric press 3. Look at those wonderful.
That's some kind of important. Hold on, Lotus Juice.
It's the nucleus, all that fun stuff. With this one selected, I am going to, under Translate Z, set this to 0 to put it back into position and select my fabric, press 3. Look at those wonderful.
What does 3 do? Control. Oh, okay. No, don't. That's not 3? What does that do? Oh, I restarted it. Oh, it was because I accidentally moved it or something? Okay. Stop. If you're struggling, stop. Oh my god. You're a college student. Calm down. This is the thing that you cache. Even though my computer saved the calculations for this, it's still very slow. It looks, stop. It looks a little goofy because of the color, but I think all I have to do, hopefully I don't have to recalculate, but all I gotta do, I'm pretty sure all I gotta do is go to blend and then just add some transparency. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that, Maya? It looks like it. It looks like they're okay with that. I definitely don't need all of it. 24, 240 should probably, or should help it out a little bit. This is the thing that you render. A little too transparent. I'm about to say a terrible dating joke. Anyway, it's blank. Maybe I'm just butthurt, but maybe I'm just butthurt, but I dislike Maya more and more every day. I feel like that should be way more organized. But then again, maybe it's like YouTube, where it's so big, it's actually difficult to change it in any way, shape, or form, at least in a meaningful way or a way that you know would be beneficial in the long run. Like maybe they know how cluttered it is, but what can they do? Look how big Maya is. Look at all the things you can do that no one uses. It's still very satisfying. I do feel like. Did you stop? No change. Okay, yeah. I do feel like I can say. What was I about to say? I do feel like I can make it less stiff. put you at 30. Because I remember ChatGPT saying this is like, or whatever, the higher it is, the stiffer it is. So like higher for leather and then lower for, I guess, things like cloth. And if that doesn't work out, I'll just put it back to 60 and just say that this is part of my, or half of the assignment that I gotta do. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now this I actually know how to do, which is great. Do I have to select the whole thing? Wait, I'm pretty sure I do have to select it. Where is it though? FX. And it actually saves it too. So it's gonna run one more time, and then after that the calculations are just set. It doesn't have to calculate anymore because it already has the simulation saved. So this is what I was saying earlier, that it's basically like a seed in a procedurally generated video game. This song is so addictive. Do I want to learn how to play this song? Set safe mode, cache disabled as unsupported nodes were found in the scene. What does that mean? What does that mean, like, actually? Like, what do you mean by that? Whatever, just play blast it. Just play blast it. What's a good angle? I think it was this angle. Where it's like that one meme of the guy holding his face and smiling. I think it's right there. So play blast. I think I just clicked play blast. Yeah, that's very satisfying. I do think I want to get a corner though. What's this? Darn, it's too white to see the folds. I'm gonna have to change the color. Let me drop the transparency down a little bit too. And like, it's not this class isn't like any coding type of assignment to where so long as you get the result you're fine. This professor particularly cares about how the end product looks. Like, mainly how the end product looks. He's gonna go into the files and see how I got there, but the presentation is what's most important. So even though I'm satisfied with how I got here, I know he's gonna look at them like, Ryan, you know, you could have fixed it up a little bit. Like, yeah, sure, I could have. Where is the blend? I think I gotta click on it actually. Did he change color? Nah, I actually never changed color. Because the incandescence? Yeah, okay. Let me make sure all of these are appropriate. What do I gotta change again? No. Yeah, 24 frames. Play blast. I know the play blast settings are correct. Yeah. You know that that one sound effect in Dark Souls 1? When the male character gets hit really hard with something, he's like, oh. That's what this makes me feel like. Yeah, it's just nice, you know? The transparency does mess it up a little bit. Maybe I gotta turn it off then, if it's doing all that. But it actually finishes early, so I don't have to do 3 seconds in total. 3 seconds? No, that's 10 seconds. I'm tripping. That's really nice. I'm gonna save it as save scene as. Zero. Okay. Take off the transparency. Here's the incandescence. Select the incandescence. Then press 3, whatever that does. Now we play blast. Play blast. I think I gotta open it. Play blast. I think he wants it to blow in the wind too, but I'm gonna save this and be done for now, just so I can have something. And if I do need to go to sleep, I gotta force myself to go to sleep. And if I have time to touch it up on Tuesday night, then I will. That's so satisfying. Look at that. Look at that. I'm so sorry. It's simple, but look at it. Like, it's just, I don't know. There's some golden ratio going on right now. Like the way, like, because the plane is just falling, and then there's that small little indentation in the center of it. Like, oh, what's that? What's that? And then it falls a little more, but not too much. And then it gets the corners out. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm a weird guy. Ken Takamura. Can I do anything else? No, it's almost 6 o'clock. Oh, it is 6 o'clock. That's crazy. No, okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Wonder how many people saw this random impromptu past 4 a.m. stream. To those people, thank you for watching. But yeah, I want to I don't necessarily want to, but I have to stream at least 7 times a month to try to apply for affiliate. I still need to average out the viewers, but it's something I do. I gotta stream at more appropriate times, so I just did not feel like doing it early today. But that's it for me. You guys have a good one. Stay safe and peace.